Your wipe-coded app works, I believe you. I've read the code of 7 AI-built apps this year. They all worked, but I found the same problems in almost every one of them. So this video is the honest conversation I have with founders who show me the working app and ask the question, are we ready to launch? I will show you the 4 things that I'm usually missing, what each one costs you and which one you can safely skip. First, let me explain why your "it works" proves so little. AI coding tools are trained to make code run, and they are very good at it. More than 95% of what they write is technically correct. That is a real progress, and I use these tools every day. But here's the thing, a demo only tests the happy path. One user, clean input, every service online. Production is the opposite. Bad input, 2 clicks at the same time, an expired token, a full disk. The numbers say the quiet part out loud. In one survey, 81% of enterprise tech leaders, they see more production failure from AI-built code, not fewer. And a scan of more than 1600 AI-built apps found that in about 10% of them, anyone can read customers' data. On launch day, the demo and the product look the same. The difference is inside the code, and it only becomes visible on a bad day. So here's a sentence I want every founder to hear. The app you have and the app you think you have are 2 different apps. And believe me, I've seen this many times even before AI. You think you have a product. What you actually have is a happy path. The one flow that works when one polite user does everything right. Nobody has typed the garbage into your forms yet. Nobody has clicked the button twice before the first click finished. And no API key has expired yet. Keys need to be rotated from time to time. And in a weekend app, nobody knows that. Your customers will do the first 2 by accident in week 1. Time will do the last one for free. One day an API key quietly expires, part of your app stops working, and nobody knows why. It works is the cheapest thing you can say about your software. AI made it almost free. The expensive part is everything that only matters on a bad day. That's what production ready means. When a founder asks me, is my app production ready? I ask 4 questions and look at 4 places in the code. Here is the full list. Question 1. Will you know when it breaks? I'll look for login, error tracking, and alerts. Usually there are none. My rule is simple. The founder must be the first person who knows about a new problem, not a user who starts complaining. A typical silent failure looks like this. An API key expires because nobody knew it needs rotation. One feature stops working and your first alert is an angry email days later. Every bug does damage for every day it runs in silence. Question 2. When it breaks, how much breaks? I look for 3 things. Are customers separated from each other? Can you roll back to yesterday's version? Can you switch one feature off without stopping everything? What I usually find is one shared database and no way to undo. So a bug for one customer is a bug for all of them. Question 3. When it breaks, does it leak? I check the security rules on the data. Can one user see another user's records? This is the part that worries me most, because it fails silently. In the scan I mentioned earlier, about 10% of the apps had these rules switched off. Anyone could read the customer data. That's not a bug, that's a data breach on a timer. Question 4. Can it come back without you? Has a backup ever actually been restored? A backup you never tested is just a hope. Do failed operations retry safely? Is there a recovery guide that someone who is not you could follow? If recovery needs the founder awake at 3 a.m., it's not a product yet. Notice what I never asked: which stack, which model, and whether AI wrote the code. These questions are about how the app behaves when something goes wrong, not about who wrote it. Code written by AI can pass all 4. and code written by experienced engineers can fail all four. Now the part most developers won't tell you. You don't need all four on day one. I have watched engineers polish products that nobody uses. That's also a failure, just a quieter one. The rule is simple. Readiness should match the damage a failure can cause. 10 design patterns on test data, ship the happy path and tell them that's what it is. Real money and other people's data? Questions 1 and 3 are non-negotiable before launch. Let me give you a public example of why question 4 matters. Last year, a well-known SaaS founder was building with an AI agent on Replit. During a code freeze, when nothing was supposed to change, the agent deleted his production database. Real data, more than 1,000 records, gone in seconds. Here's the part most people miss. The story had a good ending only because a backup existed and could be restored. Same event, no tested backup, and it's not an incident anymore. It's the end of the company. The skill is not avoiding shortcuts. Everyone cuts corners. The skill is knowing which corner you are cutting and saying it out loud. And soon on this channel, I will take one real vibe-coded app and do the audit on camera, step by step, with the founder's permission. Subscribe if you want to see what I find inside. So let me say the conclusion clearly. Vibe coding is not the problem. It is the best thing that has happened to founders in years. It just moved the hard part. Building was never it. Running is. The weekend gave you the demo. The product is everything that demo cannot show. But first tell me in the comments, which of the 4 questions would your app fail today? Honest answers only, no judgment. I have failed all of them myself at some point.